Hey there, yogis. How are ya? My name's Crystal Gray if you're new to me, and today I'll be leading you through a calming and grounding yoga flow for the low back and the hips. This is an area where I've been struggling with a lot. I can tell as I'm not treating my body exactly right over the holidays, I started to get really a lot of tightness in the low back and in my hips, and I could just tell that I haven't been moving for a really long time. So I hope that you can join me either today or in the replay, and I hope that it makes your low back or your hips feel better. And let's go ahead and get started. So if you have a couple yoga blocks, you can grab those, or you can grab a yoga bolster. That's what I'll be using, because I have my cameras and everything always set up on my yoga blocks. So this is a yoga bolster. You don't have to have one of these, but it might help in poses like forward folds and such as pigeon and different hip stretches. All right, so to begin, let's find a comfortable seat in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. So here, you'll pull the heels towards your body, flex the feet, and then rest the shins into the arches. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. And make sure you're sitting right on top of the sitting bones. What we don't want to do is have the tailbone tucking under, because that rounds the back and puts a lot of pressure on the spine. So instead, try to sit on top of the sitting bones. If that's impossible, grab a yoga bolster or even a cushion from your couch and sit on top of that so that you can sit up nice and tall with a straight spine. There's no shame in using props. It doesn't make you a worse yogi because you have to use props. It doesn't make you a better yogi if you don't have to use props. Okay, so just set up to where you need to be so you can sit up straight. Have the palms down onto the knees. This is just a simple act of grounding that we can do with the hands. So just place them downwards on the knees, close the eyes, and reach the back of the crown of the head up towards the sky. Let's begin by taking a couple cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So as you inhale, really expand all the way up. Nice full breath, and as you exhale, like you're blowing through a straw. Inhale all the way up, expand. Exhale. Now we'll do it again, but on the exhale, it'll be more like a sigh. So inhale. And you can feel your body just kind of like, oh, that feels so good. It just kind of softens. So do it again. Just letting go of everything that's already been attaching you to you today, that's already been making you not calm and ungrounded. Just letting that stuff go, realizing it doesn't matter. Okay, getting in tune to what does matter. So now start to breathe in through the nose. And out through the nose. And drawing the energy up, but really expanding all the way up. And then as you exhale, letting the outer body soften. Let go of any tension in the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw. And circle your hands together in front of your heart into prayer. And let's begin the practice with 3 ohms, just to really get the energy flowing. And let your body and mind and spirit know, hey, this is a different time of my day. It's time for my yoga practice. Okay, so 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Last one. And then let your head hang forward. Bring your hands back to the knees. Keep the rest of the spine straight and just let the head hang. Stretching the neck and the shoulders a little bit. Blink your eyes open. and slowly lift your head. Now extend your legs out into a straddle. Now here, your tailbone might start to tuck under. So instead, please sit up on something if needed, and also feel free to bend the knees. So if bending the knees helps you to stay on top of your sitting bones, that's fine. Just roll like towels up or blankets up and put them under your knees, or even use pillows from your couch or your bed. Okay, so from here, what we'll do is turn out over the left leg, keep the feet active, so I'm pushing into the heel and the ball of the foot, not just letting it fall in. Do a big shoulder roll, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, tip the pelvis forward. Okay, so notice I'm not rounding my back to bring the head to the knee. That doesn't matter if you're doing that or not. So you might want to bend the knee so that you can tip the pelvis forward, because here you should be in a straight line all the way here. So the pelvis and the spine, it should be nice and straight, not rounded. Okay, so tip the pelvis forward like you're trying to stick the booty out. Draw your chest towards your big toe. So breathe here, getting into the low back. Draw the chest towards the big toe instead of bringing the head down to the leg. Relax the face, plug the shoulders in. At any time when you feel like you need to release, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Slowly come up, inhale. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, big shoulder roll. Can bend the knee. Exhale, tip the pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt. Make sure that back foot doesn't come down. It wants to, I know. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt. Draw the chest towards the big toe. Plug the shoulders in and tuck the chin slightly. Sometimes here we reach with the chin, like, oh, I'm getting closer, but then that strains the neck. So tuck the chin. It doesn't matter how close you're getting to that leg. It matters that you're feeling sensation. And then slowly come up. All right, so now we'll go down to the middle. So you can grab your bolster if you want to. You don't have to. Start to lengthen the spine. Inhale, lengthen, so you're right on top of the sitting bones now. If your tailbone's already tucking under, sit on something. Doesn't matter. You can sit on a couch cushion, a bolster, whatever. There's no shame in doing that because you will have proper form. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Again, like you're trying to stick the booty out, like you're trying to lift your sitting bones, lift your tailbone as well. So on your inhale, lengthen, exhale, tilt. So you don't need a bolster in front of you. You can just be on your hands, or you can come onto your elbows maybe. But if your back rounds, if you're coming here just to, oh, I've got to get down, and your back rounds, you can't breathe here. Your energy can't flow. This is not a good pose. Tilt the pelvis forward. Breathe here. Keep drawing the chest forward. If you can place your forehead on something, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. It's just a little bit more grounding and calming. Nice deep breaths. And then slowly come up. All right, now cross your legs. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Do a big shoulder roll. Inhale, lengthen the front of the spine. Same kind of theory behind the other forward fold. So you inhale, lengthen, exhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Again, lift your sitting bone, lift your sitting bones, lift your tailbone. Okay, stick your booty out. On your inhale, lengthen, exhale, tilt. So even if you have to just be here and push forward a little bit, that's fine. Again, it's not going to make you a better yogi if you can come all the way down. Doesn't matter. So just breathe here. Go to where you feel sensation, wherever that is for you, but try not to cave and round the back. Draw the chest forward. Okay, don't let your ego get in the way. It'll try to tell you, oh, look where she's going. You need to go that far. Or I've seen this on Instagram pictures. This is where you need to go. No, you need to go where you feel sensation with proper alignment. Okay, so breathe here. Anytime you feel like you're working some stuff up to the surface, let it go with your exhale. All right, now come up and we'll switch the cross of the legs. You can bring your hands behind. You can make it fancy. Woo! Switch it out. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Big shoulder roll. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Stick the booty out. I know it's the opposite of what you want to do. Normally we, as women, try not to stick our booties out, right? We got to be proud. Stick it out, tilt forward. All right, come up, move your stuff off to the side if you're using blocks or a bolster. And then come on to the hands and knees and bring your right foot forward for a low lunge. Okay, so you can stand tall on the back knee. Right knee's directly on top of the right ankle. Back knee is down. Hands inside the right foot. Walk the right foot over to the right side of the mat. Make sure your right knee's pointing in the same direction as the toes. All four corners of the right foot are down. It sometimes wants to pop up. Okay, so here getting into the hip flexor of the left leg, the hip and glute of the right. If you feel awesome there and you need more sensation, then maybe you can come down on the forearms on something. If you feel sensation where you were, please, please, please stay. Not a competition with yourself or others. Just let the head hang. Okay, now slowly come up. We're going to come to pigeon pose right from here. Please be very careful with this. If you have any knee issues, you might want to skip this one and just go back to the forward fold with the legs crossed and seated. Okay, so walk your right foot over to the left side of the mat and let the right knee fall to the right side. Okay, so the right leg is in front, the right knee's over to the right side of the mat, foot is over to the left. Now notice how I'm off center, I'm kind of leaning to the side. You want to be right on top of the back knee and have your hips square here. Back leg is parallel to the long side of the mat. So this is pigeon. Your shin does not need to be parallel to the front of the mat. A lot of people think that is not the case. If you grab your foot and yank it forward, you can really hurt your knee. Okay, so as long as you're feeling a stretch, stay there. If you need to feel more of a sensation, keep your foot there, your right foot there, and then curl your back toes under and pull yourself back a little bit more, pulling your right knee back more. Okay, so then you're not yanking the foot up. So breathe here. Back toes can be uncurled, hips are square. If you're up kind of high, feel free to put something under your right glute. If you want to come down a little bit, come onto blocks or bolster. And place your forehead on something if you want more of that grounding and calming effect. Okay, now slowly come up. You can move that out of the way. And bring your front knee back. Now, if you want to go to a down dog, you can do that and walk out the legs. Push one heel down and the other heel down. Make sure to keep your knuckles rooted. Okay? And then bring the left foot in front. Okay, into a low lunge. Both hands down. Walk your left foot over. And breathe here. Make sure that your face is relaxed. Just breathe here, making sure you're not feeling pain. Hips are square so you're not falling off to the side. Now, if you feel like you need more sensation, you can come down, let the head hang. Make sure all four corners of the left foot stay down. And then we'll make our way into pigeon. So lift yourself up a little bit. Walk your left foot over to the right side of the mat. Slowly let the left knee fall to the left side of the mat. Okay, square off the hips. Back leg is parallel to the long side of the mat for pigeon. Ekapada, Rajakapotasana. One-legged pigeon. All right, so again, you could come down if you need more sensation, but don't feel like you have to. Let the face relax. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose or the mouth. Slowly come up, move your props, make your way either to the hands and knees. You can just kind of shift it or down dog, walk it out. One heel down, other heel down. Move the hips from side to side. Come back down to seated. Extend your legs out in front of you. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. So pull the flesh kind of back, pull your booty back. Feel free to bend the knees for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Okay, come back to the hips. So whenever we go into our forward folds, pelvis is tilted forward. We're not coming here and pulling with the tailbone tucked under. Look at how rounded my back is. That's going to really compress the spine as well as all the organs. Lengthen the spine. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Knees can be bent. If you need to sit up on something, do that. It's okay. Keep pushing into all four corners of the feet so the feet aren't falling out to the sides. Tuck your chin slightly to lengthen the neck. Feel free to close your eyes. Keep drawing your chest towards your big toes. Just going to where you feel sensation. And slowly come up and lay all the way onto your back. If you have your bolster, you can put that under your knees or just lay all the way back. Either way is fine. Let the feet fall out to the sides. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Let your palms be open. Tuck your chin slightly. Take a couple cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth on a sigh. Trust me, the louder the better. You'll feel great. Close your eyes. And just start to breathe here, moving through the body, letting go of any tension, any stress, anything that's weighing you down. Let it go. Imagine warm oil being poured over your body, starting at the scalp. And as this warm oil goes over your body, it carries away any stress, any tension, any impurities. Moving over the forehead, right on the third eye, and the eyebrows, and the eyeballs, eyelids. Let the eyeballs get heavy. The bridge of the nose, all the way down to the tip of the nose, the nostrils, the cheeks, the temples, the ears. Let the brain get heavy. and rest into the back of the head. The throat, the jaw, the tongue, the lips, the shoulders, the collarbones, and all the way down the arms, all the way to the wrists, the palms, and the fingers. Let your body be heavy. Come back up to the chest, the belly, the abs, the low belly, your womb space, your pelvic girdle, your hips, your glutes, your spine, the upper back, the mid back, and the low back. Again, down through the glutes and then the upper legs, the fronts and the backs, the knees, the shins and the calves, ankles, heels, balls of the feet, soles of the feet, and the toes, just letting everything be heavy. Just let go and release here in our final pose, Shavasana. Start to deepen your breath, or feel free to pause the video and stay here for 5 or 10 more minutes. Otherwise, bring some movement back to the fingers and the toes. And roll your head from side to side. Slowly start to bend your knees, and then one at a time bring your knees in toward your chest. You can have the knees on either side of the chest and just rock a little bit from side to side, stretching the low back. You can curl up into a ball and then move any props off of your mat. Slowly roll onto your right hand side using your right arm for a pillow. And breathe here. And with the strength of your arms, slowly push yourself up to an easy seated pose. Let your head be the last thing to come up. Come back to cross-legged pose, Sukhasana. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Sit up tall, lengthen the spine. Now let's open the palms or open the hands on the knees, signifying that we're open to receive whatever messages we need to from Source or from our higher self, from our bodies. Notice how you're feeling. After this practice would be a great time to meditate for 5 or 10 minutes. But for now, let's close our time together with one Om, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And then bow your head, bring your thumbs from your heart center up to your third eye. Acknowledging the energy that's within you, around you, connects us all together and never goes away. That energy within me acknowledges the energy within you, and I thank you so much for letting me guide you through your practice today. Namaste. And then you can open your eyes. I hope that you enjoyed that practice. And I will, bye, have a good weekend. Thank you.